Because all it takes is one angel, by the way. One angel. And they're pretty tall. I don't know how tall, if you know how tall they are. They're about 20 feet tall. I've talked to several people that have seen angels. I've seen my angel, but it was in human form. And so I can't say that that's their real size. Because you can't have a real human walking around 20 feet tall. That would get an attraction. But on another occasion, I was assaulted by a gang member with a sword in a little tiny place in Lima, Peru. And as soon as that guy came in, he was ready to run me through with his sword in a public toilet. And all of a sudden, he looked up and he put his sword back and he backed into the corner and he put his head down like a little child in a corner. But he wasn't looking at this. He was looking up there. Whatever it was, he saw behind me. I don't know. It must have been the angel. But I do in Australia. After I preached throughout Australia, a lady, the sister of one of our good friends there, and he had been one of our board members, he gave me the letter from his sister, and she said, "Dear David, after you preached a sermon on extreme purity, I said, Lord, I want to have extreme music, pure music in my home, but I don't know what heavenly music is. I want to know what heavenly music is. Could you show me someday?" And this is the letter she gave to me. And she said that she went home and she was washing her clothes and she was hanging the clothes outside. And then suddenly, strange music started coming from her house. Beautiful music that she had never heard in her lifetime before. So she left her clothes outside and she went into the house. And she said, inside of my house, there were two angels. They had their heads bowed, their wings folded, and their arms folded in front of them. And they had their heads bowed. And she realized they were worshiping. So she knelt down beside them. And for a whole hour, the music continued. And then finally she said, Lord, can you release me? And she closed her eyes and she could see the angels right through her eyes. And the music came to a halt. She opened her eyes and on the TV was written, heavenly music. Only 2 words on the TV. It said heavenly music. And she knew that God had showed her what true heavenly music sounds like. No worldly rhythms, no trap set, just beautiful harmonic, melodic music singing in glory to God. She now knows what that is. I've never heard true music from the angels, but she has. And she told me the angels were about 20 foot tall, and they went right to the roof, but yet they were inside her living room. And she knelt beside them, but she goes, they're about 20 foot tall. Do we need to be afraid of any gang members when we have only one angel 20 foot tall next to us? And then there's angels that excel in strength. And then for God's workers, God gives a double portion of angels, and they're dressed from head to foot in armor. And they march in perfect unison around the children of God. We have nothing to be afraid of, brothers and sisters. It is time we go out and we rescue the perishing.